It's not off.
Yes.
Okay, we'll start all over. Um, my name is Deji Adeleke. You are all welcome to our home. I'm the father of I have 5 children, 3 boys and 2 girls. David Adeleke, that you all know as Davido, is the baby of my family, is the last born. And I'm calling this press conference. This is my ever first time of addressing the press. And for just one single reason. I'm not on the social media, but I'm sure those of you in the social media will have been inundated with all kinds of talks about almost every year this thing, keeps coming up regarding uh, one little girl called Anulupo that lives in Ibadan. That Kemi has continually alleged that Kemi Olu lawyer has continually alleged that David is the father of the little girl. To start with, let me put it on record that I have 14 grandchildren, and I'll tell you the story about Anulupo and what has happened since I received a letter in 2014 from a lawyer in Ibadan alleging that my son David got somebody pregnant and abandoned the person with the child. And I'll tell you what the actions that I took immediately and what. But the reason why I call this press conference is for us to address. I'm not even sure if it's legal for someone to impersonate a minor. This Kemi Olu lawyer has been after my son David for many years. Everything she says about David is always negative and negative, trying to put him in bad light, with the public. This that I'm about to read to you is what I received from the sister to Anu's mom that lives in Abuja. I'm not going to mention her name, but she's in communication with me. When this happened, she was the first, because I'm not in the social media. She saw the thing that was supposedly written by her niece, and then she sent this to me. Say, "Good afternoon, sir. So I hope your day is going well. I just saw this on a blog post. I just wanted to clarify that the account is not run by me, Ayo, or my mom. The account is run by Kemi Olu lawyer, whom we have cut ties with years ago. I really do not know why she keeps posting these things, knowing fully well that we are no longer in communication. We have reached out to her several times to stop posting anything about Anu. I'm sorry if this embarrasses your family in any way." And immediately I saw this, I called David. I said, "David, have you seen anything in the social media?" He said a lot of things, that this woman has started again. And I've always told David to ignore this woman, because someone that her own son, her own biological son, has come out to the general public to say that it disowns her, she's no more her mom, she's crazy, she's that. So if her own son can say that about her, why should we bother about what she says about David? That was why I've always told him, just please, just ignore her, you know, and move on with your life. So when I received this, and I'm on YouTube, I've seen all kinds of things people have been saying, and I just said, look, maybe this might be a good time for me as head of my family to say our own side of this story. Like I said, I have 14 grandchildren. So what will one more do? Is it that I will not be able to afford to do things for her, or bring her into my family? But there's science, DNA. If you say you are my granddaughter, and the science has proven that you are my granddaughter, I will gladly accept her. So let me tell you the story of how I got to know about Anu. I received it. This is the document. I received this in the mail. Through DHL to my office. This is the DHL sent to me by Bandele A. Aiku and Co. from Ibadan in 2014 by DHL. And in the package, there are pictures of a little girl and pictures of David. I mean, they put David picture, with the little girl. This was maybe they took I don't know where they cropped David's picture and put it, and this the mother of the girl. So I received this in the mail 2014, and in that mail also, curiously, there was the birth certificate of the child. And what caught my attention was that in the record of the birth certificate, they said full name of father, Adeleke David. Full name of mother, Adeleke Ayotomide. How can she be Adeleke? So that caught my attention. And then also in that DHL package was this letter from the grandmother of Anu, with her telephone number. I'm going to still show everybody up close so you can see everything. And he wrote, "Dear sir, I know you and your family are in good health and your work is thriving well because the Lord has been good to you, so I do not expect otherwise. Sir, I'm a widow with 2 daughters. I lost my husband 13 years ago and have single-handedly raised both of them with the help of God, but still having been, but it has been very challenging. Early last year, my eldest daughter, Ayotomide, informed me that your son, David Adeleke, was responsible for her pregnancy. Their meeting occurred when your son came to Ibadan for a show. I sat with her as a mother to ask her about the father of the child, and she has confided in me so many times that your son is indeed the father of her child. She put to bed on November 19, 2013, and gave birth to a baby girl. So I'm not trying in any way to extort you, but to ask that your son steps up for paternity tests to confirm and take full responsibility of his daughter. I'm also not asking your son to marry her at all. Contained in this envelope are pictures of the baby and my daughter. Sir, I know you are a God-fearing man, and I plead with you for the sake of the pain that a widow goes through to raise our children, that you give me a quick and favorable response Thank you and God bless you. Immediately I saw this letter, even before calling David, before telling David, about this letter, I called this woman and I said, look, I've not spoken to my son yet, but I'm going to speak to him. But I'll suggest to you to give me your address in Ibadan. I'll send my driver to come and know where you live. But I can assure you that if this girl is my granddaughter, you have no problems with me. I will welcome her into my family happily. She was happy. She gave me her address. I gave the address to my driver. My driver went to Ibadan the next day to know exactly where they live. And I told her that, look, the hospital that I use in Lekki here is an Indian hospital, Vedic hospital. That's where I do my checkups and everything. And that I can ask the hospital to arrange for a DNA test. So when I went to the hospital, I went there myself. The hospital told me that they don't actually do the DNA test in-house, but there's a clinic that they partner with that they will invite to take samples of both the child and the father. But these samples will be sent to South Africa for analysis. A laboratory in South Africa, because it's not done in Nigeria. I don't think they have a lab in Nigeria that can do the DNA analysis. And I said, okay. And I called her, gave her the information that anytime they are ready, I'll send my driver to pick you up from Ibadan. So on the appointed day, I sent my driver to Ibadan very early. And my driver brought the mother of the child, the grandmother, and the baby. The three of them came. And because my driver knows Vedic Hospital, they came in. They were already there before I came in with. I asked David to come here and Lati, his aide. So David, myself, and Lati went and we met them at Vedic Hospital. We went upstairs and the Indian doctor said, he will allow only David, myself, the grandma, the mother of the baby, and the child. Lati can wait. So we're all in the same room. And he told us the procedure. It was not, I've read in the social media that they were drawing blood. It was not done by blood. It was from their saliva in their mouth. So they brought the thing and swapped David's and put it in the container and sealed it. Swapped the baby's own and sealed it. And they told us that these samples will be sent to South Africa for analysis. And then when it's ready, myself and the mom and the grandmother grandmother of the baby, signed that both of us would be the ones to receive the result. So when the result was ready, I called her. They said, Madam, they said the result is out. I'll send my driver to pick you up so that both of us, because they will not give it to one person. We've already signed that both of us will see the result. So we went and they opened the result before both of us. And, I'll read to you what, and I'm still going to show it to you. I'll show you all the other ones that we did also, but I can only show it to you, but I will not allow you to copy it because of one reason. Number one, it's very dangerous for someone's DNA profile to be in the public. Dangerous for David for one reason. Somebody can use it to frame him. If somebody commits a crime tomorrow and they say, they've taken sample of saliva or blood or whatever, or sperm or what, in case of rape, and the police comes out to say this is the DNA profile of the person will go to jail. So I cannot share. I'll let you see it, but I will not allow you to copy is DNA. The portion that says shows the result without the DNA profile, I'll show you. You can copy that. And at the same time also, I cannot legally share with you the DNA profile of that innocent little girl, Anu, because she's a minor and I don't have the permission of her parents to share her DNA. So we have to be very careful. But anyway, but I'll show you the result for you to just see. And so they opened this was the first DNA. This is the original copy that I was given one, and the grandma was given another one. And at the end of the whole story, they wrote here that probability of paternity 0.00%. And the mom asked the lab guy that, what does this mean? He said, it means that David is not the father of this child. And she was really disappointed. She broke down. She was crying, the grandmother. And then, okay, I skipped a point. When we first got to Vadic Hospital with David, and David saw the girl, David told, he said, Daddy, I've never seen this girl before. And what I told David, I said, look, I don't want to listen to you. Whether you've seen her before or not, all I want is this DNA test. I don't want to know the story. I don't know what happened. I don't want to know. As if this girl is our child, I'm taking her. That was settled. And David was, asked the girl, have you seen it? I said, stop, don't talk to her. So that would be, it's like you're harassing her. Don't. So the girl was very quiet. Girl, she didn't say anything. She kept quiet. So we went. So the mom was disappointed, was crying that the result was not what she expected. And I told her, I said, look, people can make mistakes. Maybe they made a mistake in the lab. Maybe there's something. What I would suggest to you is let us do 2 more tests. I'll advise that you please stay in Lagos for 1 week. I'll pay for your hotel. Since the baby is here, the mom is here, the 3 of you should stay. Find 2 more reputable places. I don't know where else. This is the only place I come that can do this DNA test in Nigeria. So that I can go there and do it before. So I gave some money to my driver. Go and get the hotel. Make sure they are comfortable. Give them some money to keep. And if you want a driver to drive around, fine.